Coors Field opens officially. It is 3-0 for the Rockies. The first home run at Coors Field. There's a long drive, and it's tied up. What a shot! They're sending it home. Sweet! Now Bonilla gets into it with it.
And he threw Bonilla out.
It's tied up again. 2-1 to the dangerous Dante Bichette. All roads lead to Coors Field in downtown Denver. Tonight, officially, it opens. Baseball 95 comes to this beautiful, sparkling new ballpark at the foot of the Rockies. This is Coors Field as it might look come October in a World Series. It's freezing, but the big crowd is gathering. A sellout is expected as Coors Field becomes part of the National League. Let's go now to Dallas Green's New York Mets. Here's the batting order for opening day. Brett Butler in center field. Jose Vizcaino is at shortstop. Rico Brogna played very well for a brief time last year. Is at first base. Bobby Bonilla hitting cleanup at third. Jeff Kent hitting fifth at second base. David Segui will be a full-time outfielder, at least at the start. He's in left field. Carl Everett in place of the injured Ryan Thompson in right field. Todd Hundley is the catcher hitting eighth. And on the mound, the opening day starter for the Mets, Bobby Jones. He was a 12-game winner last year. Walt Weiss leads off for the Rockies at shortstop. Joe Girardi, the catcher. Larry Walker makes his debut for Colorado, and a lot of high hopes pinned on this acquisition. Andres Galarraga, who's just had incredible numbers since coming to Denver. Dante Bichette also, he has blossomed into a star. Now in left field with the acquisition of Walker. Mike Kingery hit .349 last year. In center field, Ellisburg still hurt. Vinny Castilla at third, replacing Charlie Hayes. Roberto Mejia at second, and Billy Swift, the pitcher, and a good hitting pitcher, hitting ninth. The Rockies' stated goal is to become the quickest expansion team to go to the World Series. And this might be a setting for a World Series. This could be late October. Ballpark with about 50,000 seats. And it doesn't look like there's a bad seat in the place. A lot of good sight lines here. You got the bleachers out in the outfield. 3 levels of seating all told. The first pitch at Coors Field. Brett Butler deep into the hole. The long throw by Weiss. Safe!
That's what Brett Butler gives you. Speed at the top of the lineup and the ability to get on base.
Butler is running. Right up the middle. Could be two. There's one. Two. The batter is Rico Brogna. Shallow center. Weiss. He's involved in everything in this inning. He's got it. Down go the Mets. Mets nothing. Rockies coming to bat opening night here in Denver. When the Rockies first came into being, they opened at New York against the Mets. But then when they came home for their first home game at Mile High Stadium, the first batter hit a home run.
And the 3-2 pitch. Fly ball deep left field. It is mile high and out of here.
And Walker immediately comes up with a chance to get an RBI or two here. Punched into left field, base hit. Coming in to score is Weiss. Rounding second, Girardi heading for third. Heading for second is Walker before Segui can get to it. A stand-up, wrong way double. 1-0 Rockies. Here's Dante Bichette. Another Rockies been putting up huge numbers with one out. Right center. Everett is there, tagging at third, Girardi. He'll score. Heading for third is Walker after tagging. He makes it there as the throw is cut off. And it is 2-0 Rockies. Now here is Larry Walker. In his first at bat in his new ballpark with his new club, he blooped a double along the left field line, driving in the first run in this ballpark. Left center field. That one's going to be in there, and they'll run all day. Girardi scores, and Walker will hold with a double. It is 3-0 for the Rockies. He hit it into the alleyway to the deepest part of the ballpark. Here is Rico Brogna. Powerful left-handed hitter facing Billy Swift. That one is really smoked into deep center field. Way back, and it's out of here. The first home run at Coors Field. And it belongs to the New York Mets' Rico Brogna, to the deepest part of the ballpark, to the left of that 415-foot sign out there. So Brogna picks right up where he left off a year ago, hitting the ball hard. 3-1 Colorado.
Well, that tells you that Brogna's a good low ball hitter. The ball looked like it was down, and he got underneath it and hit a line drive over the center field wall.
Here is Joe Girardi. Down the left field line. It's going to be extra bases. Swift scores. Girardi to second with a stand-up double. He's 3 for 3. 4-1 Colorado. That's a base hit for Galarraga. Rounding third and heading home is Girardi, and he'll score without a throw. Galarraga with his first RBI of the year. 5-1 Rockies. Well, here's the Mets' chance to get back in the game. The bases are loaded, and Todd Hundley, the hitter, and Hundley is 2 for 2. Swift has not retired him. There's a long drive, and it's tied up. What a shot! A rocket by Todd Hundley. And I hope somebody up in the stands was prepared, because that one is the first grand slam hit at Coors Field. And we start over again. It's 5-5.
Well, we're in the same position as I said before, because you could see that Billy Swift was starting to lose it after the first hitter in this inning, as I mentioned. But you want him to get some work in. At least that's the only reason I can think of for him to stay in under the circumstances.
The runners, Kingery at third base, Castilla at second, and Mejia is at first. Don Baylor made yet another move, and he has brought in Eric Young to pinch hit for Vanderwall. Right center field. Everett back. Still going back, and he makes the catch. 2 of the runners tag up, and rounding third, and now being held up and falling over. They've got him hung up. That's Castilla. Now the rundown, and Hundley tags him out. Castilla came racing around third. He was thinking about trying to score from second base on that fly ball, but then he got the stop sign from Hasse. As he put the brakes on, he just slipped and fell. Here's Bonilla, runner at third. Bonilla trying to get that tying run home now. The infield back in normal depth. Another big moment of the game here. The Mets again having to play catch up. There's Butler, the possible tying run. He's at third. And the game is tied up. Base hit right center. Butler scores. Bonilla's going to try for 2. Here comes a throw, and he is safe. Pretty good throw by Kingery. Great hustle by Bonilla. 6-6.
That's the dinger, isn't it?
Oh, Dinger.
Yeah,
all right.
Dinger.
Dinger the what?
Dinger, the Rocky Mountain mascot.
I'm privileged to be on hand to give you the birth of Dinger, the new Colorado mascot, and Dinger is a humdinger.
2 down. Bichette, who led off the inning with a double, is at third base. The breaking ball. Bonilla, tough play. Got him. Beautifully done by Bonilla. Man, that could have been the game writing on that play. Took a bad hop, and then he had to make the off-balance throw. He did it all. 6-6 as we head to the 9th, and quite a play by Bobby Bonilla with the game on the line.
Bonilla's a good hitter from the right side against left-handed pitching with a runner in scoring position. I think he just tries to put the ball in play. I think he tries to hit the ball out of the ballpark too much from the left side. Yeah.
That's the base hit, and the Mets have gone ahead. Coming in to score is Butler, and for the second time in a row, Bobby Bonilla, with 2 down, has driven in Butler with an important run. Back in the 7th inning, he drove in Butler with 2 down to tie the game. And now he's done it again in the 9th inning to put them ahead. Last chance for the Rockies, and here's Walker. Left-hander against left-hander. Walker has 2 doubles and 2 RBIs tonight. That's a base hit into the alleyway. They're going to have to hurry it back. Butler with the relay. They're sending it home. Sleeve. It's tied up. Walker to third.
That is great hitting there by Walker. And as I said, I think Franco is a little tougher on right-handed hitters than he is left-handed hitters. He left this ball up, and over the inside part of the plate, and Walker found the hole in right center field.
Here's a guy who could put the Mets ahead with one swing of the bat. And the single in the ninth drove in the go-ahead run, were achieved as a right-handed hitter. Did he swing? Yes. The plate umpire made the call himself, and now Bonilla gets into it with it.
Well, Bonilla is saying that he should ask the guy at third base. He's not questioning whether he swung or not. He says you should ask the umpire at third base. That's what he's down there for. I don't think there was any doubt that he swung, but he just wanted him to use the umpire.
Strike three. So that at bat for Bonilla did not go the way he wanted.
He just threw Bonilla out of the ball game.
The plate umpire Terry Bovee followed Bonilla over there.
Well, I saw what happened. Bonilla threw his helmet down, and it happened to bounce back toward the umpire, but he didn't see it until he saw him. He looked over and saw the bat on the ground and the helmet, and then he threw Bonilla out. I think he did this the wrong way, because he didn't see Bonilla throw the helmet. Bonilla just dropped it on the ground, and it bounced back towards him. And he looked down and saw it laying at his feet, and he threw Bonilla out of the game. And he's also thrown Dallas Green out of the game.
There's Vizcaino with Butler at second. A base hit could put the Mets ahead here. That's a base hit. And the Mets have gone back ahead. Butler comes round to score. Vizcaino challenging Dante Bichette, who got a strong arm. He's out. But the run has scored, and it is 8-7 for the Mets. Vizcaino's first hit of the game comes in the clutch in the 13th inning. There's a drive into left field. Bichette is going back. Still going back. He makes a leaping catch. Now he'll try to find those seats. He'll be leading off in the last half of the 13th inning. The Rockies are down again. It is 8-7 Mets. Now pinch hitter Jim Tatum, the 41st player of this game. Base hit down the line. Otero chases it. They're going to wave him home. Here comes the relay. It's tied up again.
Well, so much for guarding the line if you're not 7 feet tall. That was a bullet down the line, and it got to the corner, and Kingery came all the way around to score. He actually scored easily.
It's 8-8 here. No end in sight. We go to the 14th inning. Base hit now would put the Mets back ahead most likely with a speedy runner at second. Bichette. Ball carrying, and he lost it. It's over his head. Otero got a late break. Here he comes, and he'll score anyway. Dante Bichette misjudged that ball. He thought it was going to be routine, and it carried well beyond him. A double for Orsulak. The Mets are back ahead, 9-8. It is 9-8 for the Mets. We go to the last of the 14th. Now the Cat. Now Galarraga has only one hit in this game. The outfield very deep. One out, one on. Right to third, bobbled. Bogar, he threw to the wrong base. Everybody's safe.
You're right. Once he bobbled it, he still had a shot to get Galarraga at first base, and he took the wrong play. He could have still gotten Galarraga at first.
Now remember, Bogar's at third because Bonilla was kicked out of the game. Bonilla would have been the man called upon to make that play otherwise. Dante Bichette, 1 for 5 with a run batted in and a double. Girardi, the possible tie run at second, and Galarraga, the possible winning run at first. 2-1 to the dangerous Dante Bichette. A high drive, way back, and there's the storybook ending for the Rockies. The Rockies have won it on the home run by Bichette at last.
Bases loaded, Rockies down a run. McMahon drives it. Deep right field. How about a walk-off grand slam? Touch of all time. Ryan McMahon sends this crowd into delirium.
Well, John, we said he was going for it, and he got it. Must be fun to know when you hit it, it's gone.
There's never any question. And so after all of that, it'll be a game that they'll never forget here in Denver. They won it 3 or 4 times. They blew it 4 or 5 times. And then Bichette, the first Rocky to homer at Coors Field, and it's a winner.